Were you surprised Myers got through the game after banging that thing up again?
No, Josh is a really tough kid, so I was not surprised. I was happy he did, proud of him how he battled and everything like that. He's tough and gutsy performance by him for sure.
The other day when it was clear Malik was going to go in, Tom and Matt were over there with him on the bench talking to him. What do you do at that point? Are there things that you relay down, or you just let those guys handle it on the sideline?
Yeah, you kind of go through. You have a little plan of if Malik comes in, kind of what you want to get going, the plays you want to go to, and with him with the experience he has now, there isn't a whole lot that he can't do as far as run our offense. So I think for the most part, it's just a matter of getting him prepared for all right, this is the upcoming drive. Here are the plays we're expecting. Here are the third downs, that we're thinking about going with in whatever situations we're in. So just trying to get him mentally prepared to, once he hears the call, to kind of have a plan in his head of what's coming down the pike for all that stuff.
Back to Myers, if he can play on Sunday, how does a lineman play with one hand that's not up to snuff?
Yeah, you just gotta gut it out. I mean, it's one of those things. It's been done before. Guys have played through broken hands and things like that, or sprained whatever. So yeah, you just got to get it done. There's really no other explanation than that. Do a better job with your other hand. Move your feet better. All those things. He's one of those guys that'll just go out there and prove it.
You have to see him practice or be able to use it.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of those things. Any player, they have to themselves. These guys are adults, so if they say they can't go, they can't go. And I think it's really important for them to go out there and play a little bit, just so they feel confident in themselves and how they're going to do on Sunday, for sure.
He's not going to say I can't go, knowing him the way he is. So are you operating under the assumption that he will find a way to go just because of his track record?
Yeah, I'm kind of just gonna. We have a plan if he goes. We have a plan if he doesn't. So it's one of those things. It's just like any injury during the week. We'll kind of play it by ear,
That kind of tough for you too, though. I mean, you have to pick what's best for the team, right? Can he?
Yeah, no, that's totally right. If you think, your option B is going to be better than Josh not playing 100% or whatever percentage you think he's going to do, then yeah, you definitely have to go with what you think is going to be best. But yeah, that's kind of a decision that we'll take day by day as the week progresses.
What did you think of what you saw from Jordan today?
I thought he was limited, and yeah, he's getting better every day. So again, kind of play it by ear. What did he say? It's realistic. Is that what he said? That it's realistic. It's realistically limited.
We gave you the opportunity to say he was limited. Is it good that he was out there in a rainy situation like that?
Yeah.
Especially if the game's going to be like that on
Yep.
Sunday.
Yeah, there's a chance, obviously, that I think there's some rain in the forecast, so that certainly could be the game day conditions. Yeah, and I think for him, again, him getting that confidence of going out there and just running around and throwing the ball and doing all that stuff, that's the most important thing, is that for just him mentally getting ready to get himself in position to play.
Do they do things differently up front with their pass rush without Hutchinson?
They bring a little bit more pressure, with blitzes and things like that, just to kind of create pressure on the quarterback. But yeah, I mean, Hutch was playing at a very high level, obviously, so that was a big loss for them. But those other guys, they brought a couple new guys in. They had a lot of production last week. So they've done a really good job getting after the quarterback, disrupting the timing. They're very successful on third downs, getting off the grass. So it's going to be a big challenge for us, for sure. But yeah, their pressures have amped up the last couple of weeks since he's been out.
Why have their safeties been so productive? Is that just a byproduct of their front being so good? Or
Yeah, I think anytime, you can create pressure on the quarterback, you create, obviously, throws that may not be the right decisions or just throws that are quicker than normal. But both those guys, Joseph and Branch, have phenomenal ball skills. those guys make some pretty good plays that most safeties don't make, just as far as catching it in difficult situations. Joseph does a really good job just reading eyes of the quarterback and being at the right place at the right time. So, yeah, they're a good 1-2 punch back there, and they do a really good job.
Steno, every time we're in the locker room, I see Brooks on his iPad, and I went up to him yesterday, and he was very polite with how annoyed he was that I was bothering him and interrupting him.
Yeah.
What have you seen from him that has allowed him to get up to speed? You know, what he got here, right, September 3rd or whatever
Yeah.
it is. And the fact that you guys are entrusting him in some pretty crucial third down situations to pick up pass rush, that says a lot about what you think of. How has he done that?
I think he is the definition of a professional. Like, everything he does is super intentional. I don't know if I've ever seen him laugh or smile the whole time he's been here. It's just all business, very serious kid, which is great. He's hungry. He wants to make a name for himself. And I think every week he gets out there, he gets a little bit better and a little bit better. And, yeah, I'm really happy he's on our team for sure. He's stepped up.
Does he have some pass catching ability?
Yeah. Yeah, last week he did a good job running a route, made a catch. But, yeah, he can block, he can run, he can catch. He's a good back.
Adam, at tackle, I know you're in season, but have you seen progress from Kadeem? He's so big. Or Travis at that position at tackle?
Yeah, no, they both have done a good job. Obviously, getting a lot of scout reps. Kadeem and Travis have both been working tackle and guard, just kind of being ready for when their name's called, whether it's outside or inside at any of those positions. So they've done a good job kind of improving their depth or their positions that they can play. They both compete hard. They're both physical kids. They're big. So, yeah, I'm excited about both those young players for sure.
You keep them active based on how they practice that week? Or, 'cause
At
sometimes
times, yeah, at times, you know, and a lot of it depends on, you know, if a guy's banged up here or there and you think, you know, you may need more interior guys or tackles. It's been a little bit of both as the season's gone on.
Hey, Steno, we've obviously seen firsthand what happens when you have a really good safety who can take the ball away with what X has been able to do. From the flip side, these guys, obviously, their safeties are taking the ball away.
Yeah.
How does that impact kind of how you're thinking about attacking them when they're
Yeah, I mean, it certainly is something you have to be aware of, but it's kind of a byproduct of their just entire defense. They're a pressure-based defense. They're going to, you know, jam, man coverage, everything about them. They want to challenge you. So I think the safeties are kind of the free guys at times where they can be the guys reacting off of all the press corners and things like that where they can just go make a play. But you can't let it affect you too much where it paralyzes you, but it's certainly something that you need to be aware of, especially when you get down into the red zone. They've done a good job getting some timely picks down there.
On the throw Malik makes to Reed, we've talked a ton about it, I know, but you're up in the box watching that.
Oh, yeah.
A, can you kind of take us through how you're feeling as you're watching it? And then
Yeah.
B, what does that play say about how far he's come if you would need him again?
You're talking about Malik?
Yeah.
Yeah. You get very excited and nervous at the same time once you hear the play call, and you're obviously staring right at Jay Reed, and you know, watch him come out of the break on that thing, and he's open, and then you get pretty excited, but also very nervous at the same time, and he just delivered a dime. Like, that's not an easy throw, right on the money. It was a pretty cool thing just to watch it all unfold. Something I'll never forget for sure. But yeah, it's impressive. Like, the cool thing about Malik is just throw him in a situation, he doesn't get rattled, he stays calm, and yeah, he's delivered. He's done a great job.
This is a stupid question, but why was it beneficial that they shifted the strong safety from one side of the formation to the other to give you guys the look? A couple guys said after the game that, you know, on that second play of the back-to-back, we got the look we were looking for.
Yeah, it just depends on the certain type of coverage. It kind of told you what coverage they were in, so you knew that there wouldn't be a safety hanging out back there to pick the ball off or anything like that. So, yeah.
If someone else has to go at center this week, is there a transition with the pre-snap portion of it for that player in terms of making the calls, or?
Yeah, I mean, that's obviously a huge thing for any center, is run targeting and pass targeting, just getting everyone on the same page. So that's the thing, you know, you always work with these backup guys to just get them ready. I think Coach Buckus and Eddie have done a great job all year just preparing these guys for any scenario that can come up. So they're doing that this week too.
What have you thought about Morgan? You know, are you getting more confident in him, or have you seen more from him?
Yeah, he's just a young player that's learning how to play, and you see a lot of good flashes. You see some bad plays, just like anything. So yeah, I'm encouraged by him, and I'm just excited to just see him as the season keeps going. Hopefully, he can remain healthy and be able to put a few games together and really improve.
Do you see the pure athleticism, or is it because, you know, sometimes he's got to think through things, maybe he's not reaching his full?
Yeah, that's the big thing about these young guys, is just getting out of your head and being able to play fast. So you definitely see clips, you know, where he's playing fast and doing a good job, and then, like you said, there's some where you can kind of see he's a little hesitant. So just the more he plays, the more those bad plays will go away, hopefully, and you can just let him be an athlete and, you know, live up to his potential of being a good old lineman.